What's up, guys? I am doing a video today on a super popular topic that I'm sure you've heard all about it. Maybe you've experimented with it yourself. If you've ever thought about doing the keto diet, or if you've ever heard the word keto being thrown around and you're wondering what the hell does that mean, or basically what exactly is keto. That's what I'm going to get into for you guys. I'm going to break it down, try and explain it the best I can. This isn't coming from personal experience. Keto is not something that I dealt with myself. I chose the intermittent fasting path. Now, these two things have a lot in common, so there's definitely some similarities, and I'm going to tie those in for you guys so you can understand what it's all about. This is basically to explain to you guys what keto is, what the diet's all about, what's happening in your body, so you can make a decision whether or not this might be a good choice for you, or if you're just curious in general about what it is and how it works. And if you've been tossing around the idea of trying it, then stay tuned to this video and I will drop some knowledge for you guys. With that being said, basically keto is short for, well, it can be short for two things: ketogenic or ketosis. Ketosis is actually what goes on inside your body when you're running a keto diet. Typically, your body is fueled off of carbs, specifically glucose, which is blood sugar. What you're doing when you are running a keto diet, you are actually fueling your body off of fat, because you're cutting out the intake of carbs and that glucose. Therefore, your body has no choice but to find a different fuel source, and that's where it switches to fats. It's a natural metabolic state. Basically, your body starts producing what's called ketones and using those for energy instead of carbs. So that is when your body's in a state of ketosis, producing those ketones. Basically, when there's limited access to carbs, specifically glucose, like I said, that's the preferred fuel source for many cells in the body. Ketosis is most often associated with a ketogenic and very low carb diet. So that's what happens when you do a diet like this. And that's why it's been so beneficial and so popular. It also happens during fasting. So that's why I wanted to mention the intermittent fasting and how this ties in. Your body goes into a state of ketosis while you fast as well. So it's very similar in many ways as to how your body performs and helps you lose weight. So basically, bottom line, ketosis is a metabolic state where your body fuels itself off of ketones instead of carbs, running off of fats instead of those blood sugars. When carb levels are really low and when insulin levels are very low. We will dive into the keto diet in like a brief form. The standard keto diet is incredibly low carb. Some people will go no carb, which is incredibly hard to do and challenging and can be tough on your body, but it's typically just really low carb, very moderate to high protein intake, and very high fat, because that's what your body's using to fuel itself. So you need to get those fats in. And that can be weird for a lot of people because it seems counterproductive if you're, filling yourself with a lot of fats and you're trying to lose fat, but this is how it works. So typically a keto diet will contain about 75% fat, 20% protein, and about 5% carbs. Now, like I said, that the carb is very variable depending on the person and how they want to do it and how intense they want to get. Your body becomes incredibly efficient at burning fat for energy, and it also turns the fat into ketones in the liver, which then can supply energy for the brain. Now, this is not something I'm going to get into deep, but I've done a lot of research, a lot of reading on keto, because I was considering doing it back when I was looking at, between intermittent fasting and doing the keto diet, or tying those two things together, because that's a popular option as well. People will tie the 16 and 8 while running a keto diet. So I was doing lots of research, reading about it, and one of the main things was, can it supply your brain with the same energy that it needs that like blood sugars can? So I'm not going to get into it, but you may want to read about that if you're thinking about doing the keto diet, because there is a lot of mixed information out there in regards to that. But yes, ketones can still provide energy for the brain, so that is good. Now, the main thing that actually helps people lose weight while doing a keto diet is that it's so filling, because you're filling yourself on fats, and those obviously fill you up quicker and more efficiently. So you're left just feeling less hungry, which is huge. So that can help you extend longer hours without eating, and you're getting more out of your meals and feeling less hungry. So that is a huge benefit of that. It can help you lose a lot more weight than a low-fat diet, because it often happens without hunger, which is huge. So you're getting lots of fats and you're not feeling hungry, and then that is a huge bonus for a lot of people, and probably a big draw for a lot of people, because a lot of diets or lifestyle changes require them feeling hungry. Intermittent fasting is a big one. So this kind of eliminates that, and that is a huge bonus and a big reason why a lot of people can run this diet and have effective weight loss. It can also boost insulin sensitivity and cause fat loss, which can actually lead to other significant health benefits, especially with, for people with type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. It's definitely considerable for that. When you're doing a keto diet, you should definitely, obviously, avoid carb-based foods, any grains, sugars, vegetables that are high in sugar, fruits, that kind of thing. But that's what it's all about, is basically, like I said, it's a very iffy 5% for carbs, or like none at all. That's what you're going to be cutting out if you're going to be doing a keto diet. So what you're going to be basing the majority of your foods is going to be meat, fish, eggs, butter. Butter is a big one. Nuts, some healthy oils. Avocados are great, and plenty of low carb veggies. So that's something you're going to have to look into. The next thing I want to talk about is the keto flu. So you may have heard of this before, and I've talked to actually a couple people who have experienced this firsthand. They've done the keto diet, and the first 2 weeks-ish, you get what's called the keto flu, because your body is making that adjustment from fueling itself off of carbs to fats, and it kind of messes you up a little bit. You'll know what's going on because you'll be tired, so you'll have poor energy, poor mental function, increased hunger for the first bit, sleep issues, nausea, and a lot of digestive discomfort, as well decreased exercise performance. So if you're a gym goer and you're looking at doing the keto diet, be prepared that these first week or two with the keto flu, it may be really tough to get yourself in the gym, because you're going to feel lethargic and you're not going to be feeling good. So it doesn't hit everyone, but it definitely is a well-known thing in the community of keto, and those are the effects that you can expect. So to minimize this, what you can do is you can try a regular low-carb diet first before transitioning directly into a keto diet. Just the first couple weeks, and then you can actually kind of train your body to get used to that before going full tilt, which has been proven to be helpful for people to eliminate all those negative effects of the keto flu. It can also change the mineral and water balance of your body. Adding extra salt to your meals and to your food, or taking mineral supplements, can really benefit you in those first couple weeks. Now, who is a keto diet good for? A keto diet, honestly, it can be great for people who are overweight and want to lose weight. It's that simple. If you're a diabetic, it's a very good option to look at to help, like I mentioned previously. Or if you're just looking to improve your metabolic health, it can be beneficial as well. It may be less suitable for elite athletes, or those wishing to add large amounts of muscle or weight. This is a main reason I personally didn't go with the keto diet. I think it can be a very effective weight loss tool, and I've seen it work for people in terms of weight loss. However, I haven't seen anyone with a desirable body type doing the keto diet. And those who are on other stuff that's not keto, I can tell you that much. So if you want to lose weight and get to a healthy weight, I would recommend looking at the keto diet for sure. If you want to be lean, ripped, and muscly, I'm not going to recommend the keto diet. That's just not the tool I would use. But if you're someone who's obese, you're unhappy, and you want to get to a goal weight, definitely look at keto. It can be helpful in that way. And then when you get there, then I would look at doing something differently. to attain those other goals like being incredibly lean and shredded. My recommendation is intermittent fasting, but what works for one person doesn't work for everyone, so keep that in mind as well. Again, disclaimer, like I said with intermittent fasting, as with any diet or lifestyle change such as this, if you're not consistent, you don't stick with it, you're not going to get the results. So you have to be strict, and you can't just mess around with this sort of thing. If you're gonna do it, go 110% and make sure that you follow the diet exactly as how it's supposed to be followed. There's a ton of keto communities out there to help people with this, to give you meal plans or talk to other people who are doing it and find out what they're doing, what works for them. It's obviously a very popular thing right now, or even has been for a while. For me, it wasn't the right choice based on the goals that I wanted to reach. It can be an incredibly beneficial weight loss tool, but that's really it. I just wanted to talk about keto in a short form, so if it's something that you're considering, or if you've wondered what it's all about, definitely read more about it. Guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I know I didn't go into great detail with this, but I wanted to keep it short. I wanted to keep it just, touch on the main points to give you guys some information. And then if you guys want to have a conversation with me about it, by all means, shoot me a message, fire me an email, whatever you want to do. And please hit that subscribe button there and continue to watch my videos. I'm going to be doing these kind of content a lot more to give you guys some good information. So thank you for watching. See ya.